Welcome to Wildly Capable with Kate, a podcast made for those looking to unleash their wildest capabilities. I'm your host, Kate Durocher, a dating, relationship, and self-worth coach on a mission to help people build better relationships, starting with the one they have with themselves. In each episode, we'll dig deep, turn inwards, and embark on a transformative journey. Together, we'll break free from unhealthy patterns, rip through self-limiting beliefs, heal past wounds, and build unwavering self-worth, all to create healthier relationships as a result. Get ready to explore the wild, untapped potential within you. Are you ready to see just how wildly capable you are? Subscribe now and join us on this empowering adventure. Remember, your wildest capabilities await. Hi everyone, welcome to Wildly Capable with Kate. I am so excited to be launching this podcast, and I thought what better way to do it than on my birthday. So thank you all so much for joining and giving me the best birthday present ever. So before we get started, I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of a background as to why I created this podcast, why I'm showing up, why I'm doing this. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a dating, relationship, and self-worth coach based in Austin, Texas. And I work with women and men from around the world to help them build better relationships, starting with the one that they have with themselves. I help my clients break through self-limiting beliefs, heal old patterns, overcome difficult life past experiences, heal wounds, do shadow work, build boundaries. We work on so many internal things that they can then use externally to create healthier, more longer lasting, more fulfilling relationships. I offer ongoing coaching as well as full coaching programs and have plans to host workshops, retreats, and launch plenty of courses coming soon. This is just the beginning. Like I said, I'm based in Austin, Texas, but I lived in LA for 12 years before this, a really long time. I moved to LA by way of Michigan, where I'm originally from. I moved to Southern California back when I was about 18, pretty young, to go to the University of Southern California, where I earned a degree in broadcast and digital journalism. With my journalism degree, prior to becoming a coach, I was a TV host for numerous entertainment news sites for about 6 years. I spent my days on red carpets or at the Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly Hills, where most press junkets were held. I was there on those red carpets at those junkets, interviewing huge household name celebrities, the celebrities that you love and watch every day. I've interviewed everyone from Sandra Bullock to Morgan Freeman. I've been a reporter, writer, and TV host for dozens of outlets, including E! News and The Hollywood Reporter. I loved the world of entertainment news and TV hosting when I first graduated college. My dream was to become the next Juliana Rancic. I wanted to be on E! News, interviewing celebrities, talking to them every day, talking about the latest movie, the latest hit. That was my dream. That's who I thought I was going to become. But as the story often goes, the glamour of Hollywood eventually wore off on me. At first, it was very, very exciting for a girl from a small farming town in southeastern Michigan. But after years of working really long days, and I'm talking starting at 6 a.m. and not getting home until midnight, so working really long days in an industry where competition is rampant and integrity is honestly low, I realized that life actually didn't align with my purpose or mission after all. Then, during the pandemic, I lost all my TV hosting gigs and was luckily hired by my church, Mosaic, in Hollywood, to serve as a global pastor's executive and personal assistant. My time working at Mosaic was the greatest gift. I learned how to become a servant to all, always learning, always loving, and always fighting for those who can't fight for themselves. That time, that experience, and that job, it changed my life. And because of it, I knew it was time to step into a new career path. One that was focused on helping others. I was tired of talking about or talking to celebrities all day and not really making a difference in the world. I was ready to use my voice and my platform for something deeper, something bigger, something more meaningful than just talking about celebrities. And that's when I discovered coaching. I hired my own business coach. I became NLP and life coach certified. I worked with my own trauma and relationship coach. And eventually, over time, I built a business, my own business, as a dating and relationship and self-worth coach. That's a little bit about me. But why did I create this podcast? So I created this podcast out of the desire to walk you all through some of the deeper topics that we encounter every day when it comes to dating, relationships, and self worth. These are the topics that people generally brush past or shy away from. They're the hard topics, the taboo topics, the ones that when we talk to our girlfriends or our friends, we say, "Hey, I'm struggling with this." And they say, "Oh my gosh, so am I." And you can't even believe it that somebody else is going through the same thing that you are. That's what I want to talk about. I want to give you guys the knowledge and the skills and the techniques needed to work through those things and to do so in order to create healthier relationships. I know in my own life and throughout my years in the dating world, there were plenty of times where I felt like I was completely on my own. I was left to my own devices, trying to make sense of things, and I had no idea what I was doing. That can be especially scary for someone who's navigating something as tricky as relationships. Relationships are hard, they take work, so they don't just come naturally or easily all of the time, and that's okay. That's where I come in. That's where the Wildly Capable with Kate podcast comes in. This podcast will explore a wide range of topics, from psychological theories like trauma bonds and attachment styles, which you all know I love to talk about, or to relationship skills such as creating boundaries and conflict resolution techniques. There's really no topic that I won't dive into, and I'm going to do that because I believe understanding and gaining awareness around these topics will transform your relationships and hence your life. The issues, themes, theories, and questions discussed in this show will help you improve the relationships in every aspect of your life. Not just romantic, not just boyfriend, girlfriend dating, but with family members, with coworkers, with your boss, you name it. A key part of the show will also be diving into the relationship you have with number one, you. I believe firmly that everything we do flows from the way in which we do or do not love ourselves. In order to even build healthy relationships, we have to turn inwards first and foremost. It's not always easy to look at yourself in the mirror and to say, what am I doing? How am I contributing to this? What patterns do I have? What mindset do I have? And then change it, heal it, improve it. It's not always easy, but I'm here to guide you through it. So, needless to say, you better buckle up because we have a lot to talk about. So, why'd I choose to devote my life to talking about and healing relationships? Well, to answer that, I need to give you a little bit of a backstory into my own relationship history. You see, in my high school years and throughout my 20s, I found myself in both good and bad relationships, but honestly, I was in more unhealthy relationships than healthy ones. I went through one toxic, abusive, and unhealthy relationship after another. And I lost myself in those relationships every single time and time again. I had my heart broken dozens of times. I forgot who I was. And honestly, I broke my heart even more than any of those men did, as I forgot my own self-worth, as I ignored my own needs and dishonored my boundaries more than I would like to admit. I was cheated on, manipulated, gaslit, lied to, belittled, you name it. The relationship with my first serious boyfriend back in high school was extremely toxic. And being in a toxic, abusive relationship at such a young age, I'm talking age 15 to 20-ish, very young, was especially damaging since those were some of my most developmental years. That relationship, along with difficult familial relationships when I was growing up, developed a lot of unhealthy patterns, fears, and ways of thinking inside of me that I carried with me for years and years to come. From those experiences, I became incredibly anxious in relationships. I didn't know how to make sense of or handle my own emotions after years of being gaslit. And I learned how to become extremely mean and explosive in order to protect myself. Those wounds led to years of difficult relationships after that. As you can tell, my love story has not always been easy. My experience in relationships, both romantic and non-romantic relationships, hasn't always been easy. My journey to healthy relationships has not been a clear, paved road. I've experienced gut-wrenching heartbreaks, betrayals, messy situationships, ended friendships, difficult family relationships, disappointments, being totally blindsided, and so much more. So when I say I understand the difficulties that can come with relationships, I really do mean it. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching you the lessons I've learned along the way. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm showing up vulnerably to share my experiences and to teach you the things I wish I had been taught long ago. That's why this podcast was created, to give you the tools, the teachings, and the techniques you need to build healthier relationships and create the purpose-filled, peaceful, beautiful life that you were always meant to have, while becoming the wildly capable person you were always created to be. I believe that you are wildly capable of creating beautiful self-worth, wildly capable of having lasting, long, fulfilling, loving relationships. And I'm on a mission to help you believe exactly that. If you've enjoyed this episode, please check out some of the others I already have up on Spotify, Apple, and all your other major podcast streaming sites. And if you think somebody else in your life, a friend, a loved one, a partner, could benefit from discovering how wildly capable they are, please share the show with them. It would mean the absolute world to me. And if you're interested in learning more about me or how my coaching options work, follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Coach Kate Durocher, and then DM me the word capable, and we will chat next steps when it comes to coaching options. I can't wait to see you guys all here next time on Wildly Capable with Kate. Thank you so much for joining.